dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the twilight.
Hey guys, welcome back to Astrologicals Racing, and today we're going to be reviewing a very small component that brings a ton of immersion. Now, as you guys know, I am obsessed with adding small little components that can give me a visual aspect, almost bringing things from the interior of the car almost in front of me so that I can see them. And I think that we all know, if we can get rid of any type of extra HUD heads-up displays and put them maybe into something a little bit smaller in front of us with relevant information, I think that this is one of the most useful tools that you can have, along with the race logic timer. So this one specifically displays the flags, green, blue, things like that of that nature that will give you different track warnings, green to go obviously, and then if there's a crash ahead, this will change a different color as well, or if you're outside of the boundary, you'll basically get like a yellow, things of that nature. But it's also very unique in the regard of you can get different telemetry data on here. So you could put different dashes on here. Now, this one specifically was extremely unique. I want to shout out Christian. I'm gonna link his description below. This is one of the most affordable dashes that you can get. Now, without the whole display, I think it's only like 45 bucks, which you obviously can't beat. But with everything, after taxes, I think it's about 100 bucks for the whole thing, and everywhere else about 130, $150. So I think this is great value for what it is. And basically what we're gonna do next is show you how to set this thing up via SimHub. All right, and we are back. So this is gonna be one of the simplest processes that you'll ever have to do. This is plug and play for a reason, and I set this up in under 1 minute. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is obviously download the latest version of SimHub. Go ahead and click download. You'll go through the download process and then you'll run it, right? And then you will be shared the link of Lumarank race flag. We'll go back to what that looks like. So it'll be under lap timer, and it will be the last one here. Now, you can obviously download different screens for different devices. Now, this device, which is plug and play, is a Vorcore screen. And what that means is, this is the device that's specific to SimHub that which it's going to read, if that makes sense. So obviously you can get Galaxy S10, iPhone 12, Galaxy S8, Vorcore, and here's the other one, is another one, right? That's the one that you will be prompted to set up with SimHub. Okay, so I have already downloaded and set this up. So what you're going to want to do is go to devices, you'll add new device, and then this is the type of device that you'll need to download or actually have it set up on. So it'll be a generic Vorcore screen, 4-inch, right? Once you have that, it will automatically be connected via USB, and then you click the main dashboard button, go to the drop down menu, and you can select different dashes here. So for example, I wanted to show you guys what these look like. So we can select a ton of different dashes here, but obviously the ones that we're looking for is the Lumarank, right? But there's a ton of different ones that you can have displayed just for future reference and just so that you guys can have them in your stockpile. But this one will be the Lumarank, and what I recommend is changing the contrast. With no contrast, it's really washed out, and then right around like 140, it looks pretty decent. If you want really good colors, I would go all the way up to 300. You seem to get a really good separation between the blacks, the whites, the reds, and keep that maxed out. I think it looks pretty good as is. And that's it. Now, when you log into your games, it's already set up, you're good to go. Now, there is only one slight drawback. Currently, it only works for Assetto Corsa Competizione, which is fine. And Christian says that in the future that there are going to be more updates, more screens, and everything is going to articulate a little bit differently. But for now, the full functionality is with Assetto Corsa Competizione. And for now, the other titles do work. They do work for the player position, and then there's cars that come up next to them. You can actually see that displayed on the map. And then the other one that you can see is the tire pressure, the tire gauges, and then your gear shift box as well, which is actually pretty cool. So I think that'll conclude this video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hopefully you have. If you guys got value from this, if you guys want to check out this guy's shop, I highly recommend it. And if you guys want to get 10% off anything in there, he designed some of the most incredible stuff I've ever seen, and brings a ton of value for a great cost. And all the immersion components that I've added so far, I have not been disappointed whatsoever. And I was actually talking to him about this. I said, listen, man, the more that we can bring actual race components, and I don't want to overdo it or anything, but out of the actual sim itself, maybe in front of us as a 1-in-1 ratio to make it more realistic, I just feel like it's bringing a ton of more immersion and value in every single area. So that'll conclude today's video. Until next time.